Oh shit. Out and about early morning. Barnes & Noble Criterion Sale is going on right now. I don't know what to say. We're going to a... I'm sick of this shit, dude. We can't even get a fucking intro, man. What's going on, guys? Back at you again with another movie trip out and about. It's Saturday morning. Here with Nick.
Today's a special one. It's the Criterion Sale.
The Barnes & Noble Criterion Collection Sale is going on right now. Whoa.
Jeez.
Whoa, reckless driving here. We're up a little bit early, making a trip to a Barnes & Noble that we don't normally go to.
Yeah, it's one up north. It's got a bit of a better selection than the one we usually go to down in Tempe.
It's just a much better experience at this one. We're here in the Phoenix metro area. I guess is what you would call it, the Valley. Is that what they call it here?
The whole place is the Valley.
The whole place is the Valley. So thought we'd get up, make a little road trip, maybe get some eats. Definitely buy some Criterions. Whew! Scorcher here today in Scottsdale, wherever we're at.
I'm fucking hot.
It is, it's quite equator-like here in Arizona. Beautiful scenery.
Choose life, Veronica.
What's choose life?
What?
Choose life. Simon says it sometimes. He says, choose life, Veronica.
Choose life.
All right, guys, we just made it to Barnes & Noble. Nice Saturday morning Criterion trip.
It's like Christmas.
What are you looking to pick up? Anything in particular sticking out to you?
A couple things. I definitely want to pick up Midnight Cowboy. Love Dustin Hoffman, and that's one that I've wanted to check out for a long time.
Yeah, I know you buy some of the new ones when they come out, like through Amazon, which, you know, usually get pretty good deals on there. It's about what they go for here.
Yeah, they have small sales throughout the year. I mean, I'm not going to pay what I know I can pay during the sale.
I'd love to get like the Breakfast Club and some of the newer ones that have recently come out, like to get Dead Man, little Jim Jarmusch action. And you know, usually when these sales come around, I end up walking out with some random title. So
yeah, they have a hard-on for Jim Jarmusch. So what's your favorite of his?
You know, the best, I haven't seen all his work. The best movie that I've seen from him, though, is Patterson from a couple years ago. At least that's my favorite.
That's his most recent, too.
Yeah, Down by Law is a good film. So.
Did you like Mystery Train when we watched that?
I did like it, but I'd like to go back and revisit it. I know that's out, but I never see it anywhere on Blu-ray.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
If I could ever come across it, I would probably buy it. But into the Jim Jarmusch, there's a lot of good stuff that I like to pick up. So this is the fun part. We're heading in. Let's do it. Headed in to the Barnes.
Barnes & Noble. Seth, what are your thoughts on all that jazz?
Bye bye your life goodbye. Bye bye your life goodbye. Number one in the lesbian genre.
Blue is the warmest vagina. Seth, you having trouble picking?
Every time the sale rolls around, I have too much in my hands and I've got to put something down. I don't have to, but it's financially responsible to limit how many you buy.
You get buyer's remorse before you even buy.
Yeah, well, the good thing about these is you don't like them, you can sell them, usually get your money back, but got a good stack here, got to get rid of one of them now.
Einstein, you ever been?
I've never been, but it's like 10:30, you know, not quite lunchtime. It's more like breakfast time.
Brunch.
Brunch.
All right, everybody, we are now back from the sale. I mean, I always start out with 5. That's some weird thing that I do. So I've got 5 here.
I got 5 as well. I could have easily bought, 20, but
It's very easy to get caught into that old trap.
you have to be responsible.
I had a whole list of ones I wanted to pick out, and the second I walked in, I completely forgot about a lot of them.
I know you had them all written down at work, and this man was ready,
I
but
know, but I did pick up some that I remembered, obviously.
he choked under pressure.
I did. So we'll start out with this first one, Mishima, A Life in 4 Chapters. It's directed by Paul Schrader, who's known as like the screenwriter of Taxi Driver, films
cool.
like that. I guess it's about a Japanese author and playwright, Yukio Mishima. So I guess he was like one of those people trying to make for peace, and I guess, spoiler alert, it's not a spoiler because it shows it on the back, but he ended up committing public seppuku.
Oh, wow. Suicide.
If you don't know what that is, it's when you disembowel yourself.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's not all about the artwork, but I think this is some of the nicest, cleanest artwork on
It's
the
not about the
Criterion.
artwork at all, but,
No, but
it does look nice.
The film does sound pretty good, and it's a film from 1985 that I can't wait to check out.
Okay, so we'll alternate back and forth here since we both got 5. Like Nick, I had an idea of what I wanted, but then when I get in there, I'm like, oh God, what do I want to buy? I have so many. So I
Should I get it? Should I not?
Yeah, you saw my dilemma in there. Gosh, meltdown. So 5 titles. The first one I picked up is Wings of Desire. This is a Wim Wenders film. Like what I've seen from him as a director. I know this is one of his good ones. I mean, I don't know. I still have a few of his that I haven't watched. I bought the Road trilogy last time.
I think it's his most surreal.
Yeah, it seems interesting about some angels, and I don't know, it seems interesting. I don't know anything about it, but I like Wim Wenders, Paris, Texas, masterpiece, so I don't know. Been wanting to grab this one, figured why not? Perfect opportunity. That is Wings of Desire.
Nice. This next one I have is one I wanted to check out for a while. I think it was on Netflix at one time. It's called Phoenix.
How fitting.
Yeah, called Phoenix, set during World War II.
Oh my, shocking.
So I guess this chick gets disfigured during the war, and she ends up going back to where she used to live, and her husband, who doesn't recognize her, enlists her to do some sort of job, and she thinks that he gave her away to the Nazis.
Interesting.
So, yeah, it sounds kind of interesting. It's only 98 minutes, so it's a quick one. I don't know. It just sounded interesting, and it's recent too, 2014. So
Curious where that will rank on your World War II films.
I'll make sure to make a list on Letterboxd.
Yeah, make sure to throw in some humor too. Next up for me, this one is recent. I was kind of shocked when I heard this was coming out to the collection. It's definitely one of the more, if not the most mainstream film.
Definitely.
I would say that's, currently out.
Everybody knows it.
That is John Hughes' The Breakfast Club. Sure, it's a popular film. I know there was some backlash maybe from fans.
Yeah, people thought it wasn't deserving. I think it is.
I mean, it's great. It's Criterion's goal is to preserve classic and important films, and I mean, this falls into that category. Love this. Can watch it over and over again. Never seems to get old. We actually had the privilege of seeing some of the filming locations in one of our previous meetups, which was cool. Got kicked out of Shermer High School, so
Stupid.
I absolutely love this film, though. I mean, gosh, just so memorable. Judd Nelson, classic John Bender. Love that. One of my favorite characters probably ever. So good. So I can't wait to check this out and have the definitive edition on Criterion. It's The Breakfast Club.
Come on, Sporto, level with me.
Whew, it's hot in here.
Slipper, the hot beef injection. Next up, one that I've wanted to check out for a long time, even before it was announced to come into Criterion. That's Midnight Cowboy with Dustin Hoffman and Jon Voight. I mean, Dustin Hoffman is, the more I watch of him, the more he's becoming one of my favorite actors.
Right.
At 1969 film, it was the first X-rated film to win Best Picture, so it's pretty dark. And I think it was right after The Graduate, and people talked about how, he played this sort of laid-back character in The Graduate and then played this super terrible person in this.
Looks like a great male prostitute film.
It does. Great artwork.
Yeah.
I love the artwork. And it looks like there's tons of supplements on here, so you'll get your money's worth, I think.
Interesting. Well, I'll show off mine too since I picked up the same thing. This is my copy of Midnight Cowboy. I actually you know what? I don't know anything about this. I was trying to narrow it down to my last couple selections, and I thought this was... I always like to blind buy stuff with Criterions because, it's how you find out and discover good films.
Yeah.
This just seemed like something that's going to be really good. So I took a gamble on this. Everything he said, though, I'm excited to check this out. Seemed like an interesting, pretty safe buy.
Last couple here. This one came out only in 2016, but it looks solid. It's called Graduation. I guess it's in Romanian, so I guess it's a Romanian film, but it's a story of a doctor whose daughter he's really counting on to go to school in England, but I guess she gets an injury while she's being sexually assaulted.
Wow.
It says it compromises her performance on an important exam, and his plans for her get screwed up.
Dark.
Yeah, it sounds pretty dark, but I guess to seek favors in a world that runs on back scratching and briberies. Maybe a good character study.
Yeah.
I don't know, just something different to try.
Interesting.
The artwork's a little questionable, but
well, they put a lot of work into that.
yeah. But the film sounded good, and just like you were talking about with Midnight Cowboy, a blind buy. You never know what you might find with that.
And you know what? Regardless of the artwork, who cares?
Exactly. It's all about the film.
That's a running joke. We always laugh at people that are more concerned with the fucking cover of the movie than the actual movie. And those people exist. Anyways, my next pickup. I talked a little bit about this before we went in to Barnes & Noble. I was glad to find a copy there. Jim Jarmusch's Dead Man with Johnny Depp. I really can't speak much about this because this is a blind buy as well. Don't know anything about it, to be honest. I've seen some images and I think I've seen some scenes from it or something. I know a little bit about the style and the look of it, but like I mentioned previously, I'm trying to get a little more into Jim Jarmusch. Liked what I've seen, trying to check out more of his filmography, and I don't know, I like Johnny Depp as an actor, so Dead Man, pretty cool. Oh man, it's hot. Got one more pickup apiece.
And then the last one that I have wanted for a while. I don't know why I never picked it up. Pan's Labyrinth. I think it's one of the more well-known ones alongside Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro.
Give me Yarrow.
Guillermo. I guess it's like a Spanish fairy tale sort of
I would call
film.
it like a dark Spanish fairy tale is how I would describe it. I've only seen it one time and it's amazing.
I've heard nothing but good things and how it's one of the best of his. And
this is, from what I've seen from Guillermo, easily his best work.
yeah, and I felt like I could just pick this up. I don't think that I really care to watch the other two and get the whole box set.
Although The Devil's Backbone is pretty good, so
Okay.
I would recommend that. I haven't seen Chronos or whatever the other one is.
Okay. Well, I can't wait.
one?
I can't wait to watch this one. It sounds really good.
Great Doug Jones performance too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Isn't he the guy?
Yeah, pretty classic. Cool, it's good pickups. Last one for me. This one just came out. It's a new Criterion release. Controversial film, and I wasn't sure I was going to get this because I don't know how much replay value is in something like this. Whatever, let's just show it. That is Bowling for Columbine, Michael Moore. Now, I don't want to get on, like I said, I know it's controversial. I'm not a political guy at all. I don't discriminate against anyone's political beliefs or anything about gun control or anything like that. Think what you want, that's fine. I just enjoy, Michael Moore's style of filmmaking. I really like Roger and Me, and I remember seeing bits and pieces of this. This is 2002. This was 3 years after the Columbine massacre, which was, kind of, that was a big deal.
Yeah, 1 year after 9/11 too.
Yeah, Columbine was a big deal, and now it's not even shocking when you hear about a school shooting or something like that, which it even says on the back here, still tragically relevant journey through the American psyche. So I don't know, I'm done. Gun control, whatever. I'm not going to lean one way or the other. I just enjoy these type of documentaries. Is fascinating. I've seen this before. It's been a long time, so I'm curious to go back and watch it. It's such an interesting and
telling, really.
yeah, it's just an interesting subject that is still a big deal today, even bigger than ever. So want to check this out again. Had to grab it. It's Bowling for Columbine.
So that's everything we picked up. We're gonna wrap this up because it's too fucking
So
hot in
show
this
it
car.
off. Fan them out.
So that's everything that we picked up. A lot of money sitting right here in this car.
Yeah, about $200.
Yeah. Let us know down below what you picked up if you're going to the Criterion sale. For me, it's a very exciting time. I love picking up Criterions, and I love the Criterion collection.
Yeah, me too. And I always say, okay, I'm just going to make one trip, but I'm sure I'll be back at some point. And I don't know, I probably won't buy another 5, but definitely probably a couple more.
Yeah, let us know down below if you picked up anything.
What you think about these titles, maybe some recommendations based on some of this stuff, or, anything you think we might enjoy. Love hearing from you guys.
Thank you guys as always for watching. We'll see you next time.
See ya. Oh my God.